Hello there, this is Jensen Vars. Would you like to be able to roll dice, random tables, or play any solo role-playing games from just a few keyboard commands? Then this tool is for you. It's called Play by the Writing. It's an Espanso plugin, and I'm super excited to tell you how it works and how can you use it. Let's get started. Before proceeding, and the first thing I want to do is just show you how it works. And later I'm gonna show you how to install it and how you can use it. To give just some examples, the basic most important features of Play by the Writing is to be able to roll dice. This you can do by just executing Espanso in your computer. That is going to initialize Espanso and the background service. It would work on Windows, Linux or Mac, although Play by the Writing is not yet available on Mac. And then what you do is essentially learn some typing commands. The example that Espanso itself gives you is :Espanso. This is great to make sure Espanso itself work. That's the very first step. And what it does is replace this command that you just written with some other text. What Play by the Writing does in the background is enable you with certain commands to do specific role-playing games stuff. The basic one, as I was saying, is dice rolling. So you do :R 2d6 and add a dot or a period at the end, and then it's gonna get replaced with that dice roll. So if you're like writing or journaling games, this is fantastic, because just where you are writing, you just call this R3d6 plus one thing, and it's gonna be expanded into a dice roll. So there are two expressions. This one, the R2d6, is for simple dice rolling, and you can add a double R, which computes some more complex formulas. For example, 3d6 plus 3. And then this period will expand this formula. You can do a lot of things here, like Savage Worlds, exploding dice. You can do fate dice. I think you can do fate dice very easily with :DF, and it's going to roll dice for you. You would need to take a look at the PDF included in Play by the Writing to see all of the commands that you can do. But this is the basics for dice rolling. Next, what you can do is play solo RPG systems such as Mythic, GM Emulator, my own plot, scene, and game unfolding machine systems, among others like OPSE, like the one-page solo engine, or Mune. These are popular solo oracle systems. The way you use them is as well, you just learn a few commands. For example, for plot unfolding machine, :QQ is the basic oracle, so you get the answer of a deterministic oracle. You can also do QInt. This is question interaction when you're talking to NPCs. So super fast, as you can see, you just type in the command and get the answer. For Mythic, you can do :MMFC, and it pops you out with a front end that says, okay, which modifier you want and which chaos rank. All of the system have an included list of commands that you can learn, but the biggest and the most important one to learn is the basic one of each system. So if you do :PUM, it's going to open all of the available tables that you can use from plot unfolding machine. For example, an object oracle. You just double click and it's going to replace it. Or with just the keyboard, you scroll down or you search for something like complication, press enter, and it gets replaced. The same for Mythic. You can look for example, I don't know, character element tables or cryptic message elements table, press enter, and you get the oracle down there replaced. Same for the other systems, so you can do :Mune and check all of the Mune tables like the oracles, 20, NPC attitude, so on and so forth. It sounds fun and easy, and most importantly, it's fast. It's fast and furious. It works from anywhere. Like I could even go and write QQ on my browser URL address bar if I like and get the answer there. So that's one thing. And the third and exciting feature as well is as follows. I'm gonna test this one and show it to you in the Obsidian application. Let me clean up this a little bit. So what you can do is call ChatGPT. You need an OpenAI API key, and I'm gonna show you later how to install it once you get the API key. And then you can do AI ask, and a pop-up window comes up, and then you can talk to ChatGPT. So for example, enemies from the Resident Evil saga. Press Ctrl Enter to finalize. You need to wait a few seconds until it goes to the ChatGPT servers and comes back to an answer, but it's going to introduce the answer right away where you're typing, you see? You get it. On top of that, you can introduce images right away in your Obsidian notes or any Markdown support, or get an URL from OpenAI to generate an image like this with Dall-E 3. So you write down :AI image, and then you write down some prompt like cyberpunk car in the rain. Select Markdown here, which is the default, press submit, just by waiting a few seconds. There we go. So we get an image from a cyberpunk car. We just press enter in Obsidian, and that's it. So with that said, we can do dice rolling, random tables, using systems from oracles and so on. There's a bunch of other tricks and secrets in it, like drawing cards, poker cards, and other stuff. So I'll leave that to your own surprise. And finally, you can also interact with AI right away where you're writing. The recommended way of installing Play by the Writing is through the installer executable. So you just extract it and install it. And what's important of this installing process is that it's gonna point automatically to your Espanso folder. This, you can take it from here, and remember this address, because through here is where you can get to the Espanso files of Play by the Writing, just in case if you want to upload custom tables in the future and so on, or also where your OpenAI key goes. So you just click install, press next, and that's it. That's the installer version on on Windows. For Linux, you just uncompress the zip file, and for Mac, let me know if there's interest in it. I need to find a MacBook to compile the program over there. Last but not least, there is a config folder, and there is an OpenAI file. Here's where you should paste your OpenAI API key. I won't show that because that would be my secret, but this is where you place your OpenAI key, and make a backup, because every time there's a new version, the installer could replace this file, and then you will lose your API file. That's it. Then you just launch Espanso and have fun. Thank you guys. This is Jensen Vars, and until the next one.